Okay, minions, I'm back here with my Q&A. Several quote-unquote DVD updates. I never like doing those videos. No offense to Handyman or Herpa 2500. I'm just not a big fan of just making an entire video showing a new DVD that I got in. I'm a wrestling fan. I get lots of DVDs. So it doesn't seem pointless just make countless videos showing it. So what I'm going to do is, since I've pretty much wasted a shitload of money, in the next week, I will show you my grand order of DVDs that me and Honor Hammer got on eBay, including and a few things I got on ROHWrestling.com. Okay, let's quickly get to this Q&A. Ultimator, please stop. Please stop. I wrote the comment, but seriously, please stop. We're a Rumble review. You are literally becoming a slight troll. Please stop. Please. You're a good friend of mine. You're a very smart guy. I doubt I'll be able to do this all in one, but damn, I'm going to try. Alright, do you think TNA marks are dumber than WWE marks? No. WWE marks are just innocent. TNA marks are just fucking morons. I mean, sure, they might know more about wrestling than the WWE marks do, but they will do whatever it takes to defend their fucking product, even if they have no basis, no grounds, anything. Just because they just can't admit, in the slightest way in the world, WWE is ever better. Notice, whenever you're in an argument with the TNA mark, and they realize, gee, I'm a moron, I have nothing else to say. The final thing they'll say is, well, at least it's better than WWE. Whereas right now, judging on the Raw, judging how Elimination Chamber is shaping up to me, judging how Against All Odds is shaping out to be, WWE greater than sign TNA. Although supposedly the Last Impact was pretty good, and I want to check that out as well before I make the full argument. Do you think WWE and TNA marks will ever coexist? No. On here, Trisler said it best. He said this was kind of a mecca for TNA fans, if you will. And I gotta agree with him. So many TNA marks would get thrashed on other websites, but they come here because there's a big volume of them, and yet they manage to survive, for the most part. Favorite Attitude Era PPV? WWE, WCW, and WWE included. You're really cutting me at the glimpse there. I'm going to pick anything from WCW, because anything in WCW by that point was kind of crap. Late 98. Kind of. I could just say WrestleMania 17, but I don't... I'll say SummerSlam 2000. I really like that pay-per-view. It's just a lot of fun to watch. 2000 might be my second favorite year in the WWE. I really like that year. Even when they put on a bad show, the shows were still so much fun to watch. What are your thoughts on WrestleMania 20 through 25? They're all awesome. 20 being the weakest out of all of them. And then 25, or then 22. But I thought 25 was a bit underrated. What is your least favorite pay-per-view from 2007? Hard Justice. I mean, I know it's the common answer. If you want me to go with non-Hard Justice pay-per-views, Unforgiven. If you were to buy 5 things off WWEshop, what would they be? This is Take a Fan for Life, 14, 19. 5 things. I would get the John Morrison DVD, because that looks okay. I mean, I know they didn't put his best matches, because they didn't put anything before 2009 except like 2 matches. But they do have a lot of his TV matches this year, which I never saw, which were supposed to be really good. And the John Morrison Rey Mysterio match is on there. So yeah, I would get that. I would get the Batista DVD. I would get the Best of Raw, because actually I kind of don't mind that DVD too much. And I would get the Survivor Series Anthology, both volumes, because I've not seen any of those, any Survivor Series up to 97. If you could book TLC or Final Resolution, how would you go about booking either one? They were both booked fine in my opinion, except maybe Final Resolution just had too much crap that they had to trim off, and Sheamus don't win the belt. In your mind, what is the greatest WrestleMania match of all time? Bret Austin. I stand by that. Sorry, Daniel, I don't think the triple threat match is that great. I only gave it 4.5 stars, to be honest. But, yeah, Bret Austin's amazing. Better than Michael Staker. What is your favorite ROH match of all time? Probably the match that made me a true ROH fan, and that's Ladder War. Like everyone's favorite ROH match of all time. What do you think of Jack Swagger in his future? Personally, I think you should be getting the push that Sheamus is getting. I agree. I think Jack Swagger shows a bright future. They're kind of been sticking him with, John Cena and Triple H in the past few weeks, so I don't think they've totally given up on him. I think they still have... I think this guy still has some potential. I think that out of him and Ziggler, like I said before, I think he has a better chance of getting pushed. Do you think that Alex Shelley will become a main eventer in TNA one day? Under this new administration, I doubt it, because like many people are saying, their roster is too huge, and the Motor City Machine Guns can't strive in this roster on a regular roster. Now in this big grand roster, main eventers, not going to happen. Unless they trim down the roster, which I don't see them doing. So no, I do not see him becoming a main eventer in TNA, unfortunately. What do you see from the main event of Final Battle 2010? Great question there. A lot of people are saying like Davey Richards versus Nigel McGuinness, which actually I don't think we ever saw. I don't remember. Sanders, you tell me. Personally, I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to say Roderick Strong versus Davey Richards. Where Roderick Strong either wins the title, or that's the day that Davey Richards wins the title. Because quite frankly, in my opinion, Roderick Strong, besides Davey, is the best wrestler in Ring of Honor to never, ever win the title. But Davey wasn't, like, really a main guy for Ring of Honor until around 2009 anyways. So, yeah, I want to give Roderick the belt. Yeah, he's got no personality. He's got no mic skills. But I still think he deserves it. Deserves it more than a lot of guys on their roster. American Dragon 27. What is your one big dream match that never happened, that actually had a chance of happening at one point? A match where wrestlers fought in the same company, but never fought. I would say Chris Benoit. I've said this so many times before, but Chris Benoit versus CM Punk. Unfair? Kind of a cheap question. So I'll throw you John Morrison versus Eddie Guerrero. That would have been good. Do you watch any Imperial outside of Dragon Gate USA? Kinda, not a lot. I've seen several matches from Noah. I've obviously seen my fair share of All Japan. Not my fair share, like 3 matches in the 90s. I've seen a few New Japan matches. I haven't seen a lot of Imperial, though, I will admit. What are your thoughts on what you watch? Any Imperial you really dislike? I like it a lot so far. Kenta Nakajima, in my opinion, was the 4th best match last year. Any Imperial that I really dislike, I don't know, I haven't seen enough of it too much. I kind of really do like what I've seen, but I don't think the style is really for me. Not that it's not, I like that it's hard hitting. I like that it's very technical based. I don't know why. I just don't think it's for me. But I still do like them for some reason. Tebek27, do you like CCW? I've seen one match and I loved it, but besides that, I've seen nothing from CCW. I do plan on catching up more on. So I'll watch a little more, based on what Dinosaur Avenger says. It actually looks like a decent little promotion. How would you place young guys currently? Example, Jack Swagger main event, Cliff Kingston mid-card. I would just place all of them in the main event. Nah. I guess if I had to pick the best of the least to not be in the main event and stay in the mid-card for a good long time, Dolph Ziggler, R-Truth, believe it or not. I just think he needs some work. I would put MVP, Miz, Kofi, Jack. Probably just those 4, to be honest. Okay, I'd keep Evan Bourne in the mid-card. Okay, I guess that answers your question. Also, how do you feel about one roster? I think we need one roster. It can help wrestling with more options for the people. What do you mean about one roster? Oh, no, one roster, bad, very bad. Young guys barely can't shine as it is. If you were to combine all of them and have one big brand, oh my God, would it be, they would not survive. Trust me, they would not survive. What are 3 things TNA can do to move towards WWE movement? They're not really supposed to be WWE movement. They're supposed to be the alternative. If they're not the alternative, they'll be just like the WWE, and who wants to watch the same thing twice? You're supposed to be an alternative product. So they should be doing things moving towards an alternative. I don't know, better booking, better production values, kind of the basics of wrestling that they just kind of don't understand at the moment. Focus more on your young stars. Get the old guys that people don't want to see out of the ring. Your fans are not your cast members. Simple stuff that all wrestling promotions should know, but this company doesn't fucking get it. Do you see ROH as an ECW giving a demographic of fans what they want? Absolutely. How could the WWE step up their game? Honestly, if Stephanie even just like flat out said, you know what? I suck at booking. My team sucks at booking. Sorry, Vince, I'm not ready. I can't run this company. What? No, I can't. Yeah, come in. Boom, done. That's all it takes. People think it's pushing the youngsters. It's not pushing the youngsters. It's getting a better fucking creative staff to help push the youngsters. Don't not shine the main event so much. Easy. What are your thoughts on Jushin Thunder Liger, RVD, and the Great Muta appearing for PWG and possibly ROH? Only for PWG, except for Liger. I like it. I want to get both shows. They both look really, really good. And I really want to see RVD back. I'm a big RVD fan. Not as much as a fan of Sanders is, but I do really like him, and I do want to see him back in action. Do you like Jalen better in TNA or ROH? ROH. TNA never failed to use him. They made him look like... Oh, you're talking about 2002 TNA? Okay, his wrestling style was better then. But, like, as of Yeah, his wrestling style was better than in TNA, but he's used more as a main eventer now. How come PWG can book Motor City Machine Guns, but they can't book guys like Joe Daniels and AJ? I honestly don't know. I really don't. You'd have to have someone who's more knowledgeable on PWG than I am. And your other question, how could they book women in any promotions? Again, not really sure how they can do it. I didn't even know these women were still wrestling in Shimmer. I thought that all of them were gone. Is Sacrosanct going back to WWE or TNA? Neither, from what I know of, but most likely TNA. Voggrass's question is in the description. I don't have time to go over all of it. No, sorry, man, I can't. 187 ARS 187, and one of the best questions I've ever been asked in any Q&A. If the WWE and TNA were to book their rosters, if they switched rosters, do you think Joe would be the top guy or AJ would be the top guy? I actually think WWE, Sting would be the top guy because Vince feels bad that he never really got to utilize Sting and market Sting for what he was worth. And for TNA, as we all know, Vince Russo loves Randy Orton, so I would think he would have Randy Orton be his top guy. But yeah, I might do another video on that. That's a great idea, having WWE and TNA switch rosters. Alright, I'm Bigrat310. I'm finally finished this Q&A. And now, guys, see ya.